praying for rain in California.
Please choose from the following four options. For technical support, press 1. Status on a previously scheduled repair, 2.
So I guess what we're doing now is talking to their,
Please wait.
their VP of development, and hopefully we'll be able to get some money so we can finish this podcast. If not, I don't know what we're gonna do.
Thanks for calling Apple iPod 6 support. My name is Ryan. Can I get your first and last name?
Hey Ryan, it's Tim Heidecker. Listen, I got a little bit of a problem here. We're doing our podcast number 4, and if we don't get some kind of funding by today, I don't know how we're gonna finish it. Because the mics we're using aren't working. So here's where we're at. We're down to $0 here in terms of budget that we can produce the fifth podcast with. So we need to wrap this up today. Now, when can we get something from you guys? Like at least a verbal commitment, because I'll sink some more of my own money into it, no problem. But I'll need a commitment from you guys.
Okay, well, you've reached iPod tech support. What I'll have to do is get you to this department. Let me try and get you up to, let's see here.
I'm gonna say if we can't get $10,000 off this call right now, we're done, and we're not gonna have a 5th podcast. Jason.
Hi, sir.
Hey,
how are you doing?
Good. Tim Heidecker here. I'm producing a podcast that's featured up on iTunes now. It's called Tim and Eric, the podcast. And listen, here's where we're at. We are down to $0 in terms of producing this thing. We promised you guys we'd do 5. We've done 4. They've been very successful, but we just don't have the money to finish the 5th. So I need some kind of commitment from you guys to go forward shooting it.
Okay, well, we don't fund podcasts at all, though. Podcasts are, anybody can create a podcast and put it up on our website.
I understand this. The technology is available, but what we've done is from the beginning, we've dedicated ourselves to move forward on this, to create our own content, and you've been very supportive and done a hell of a job distributing it. But if you want to see number 5 go up, the only way that's going to happen is if we get a financial commitment from you guys.
We don't offer any sort of financial incentive or anything like that.
But what you're telling me is, now let me get this clear. If we don't get this money from you guys today, at least a verbal commitment, because I'll be happy to put my own money into it for now, but I'd need a verbal commitment from you on the phone that we'll get the $10,000 to finish podcast number 5 we could shoot tomorrow. You're saying that's not going to happen?
No, unfortunately, that's not something that we do.
Let's do 8. I can do it for 8, but I can't go any lower.
Well, as I said,
And then maybe we can do a points back-end deal. Okay, well then, I guess I'll have to start from square one, but let me ask you this one more time. 10 grand right now, commitment from you guys. We end the call, happy. We move forward, produce the show. I'll shoot it tonight.
Well, like I said, that's not something that Apple will do. We don't, like I said, we don't finance.
4 grand. I'm just gonna say it once. 4 grand. It'll get me the mics. It'll at least get me the mics. Okay. What about a store credit?
Again, we don't like that. That's not something that we do. We don't provide finance for podcasts at all.
$1,000.
Again, that's not something that we can do.
I'm sorry, I thought the gentleman I was talking to before said he was putting me in touch with somebody that can help. And clearly you're not capable of making these decisions, so I want to talk to your superior.
Well, like I said, unfortunately we don't finance podcasts, and there's really nothing that I'd be able to do for you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, come on.
But as I said, that's not something that we do.
Come on. Don't be willy-nilly with me. Okay. So no?
I'm sorry, that's not something that we offer.
Okay, so the answer is no?
Right.
And what we're going to do is call me if you hear anything.
Okay.
I'm talking about whoever you work with, your colleagues. You guys are chatting it up around the water cooler, whatever it may be. I don't know. You guys get lunch. You say, I talked to an interesting guy. He's got a cool podcast. Oh yeah? Well, how do I get on the ground floor? Got $1,000? Let's join the team. You can also contact my partner, Victor Pepper. Anybody who wants to talk to us, just let us know. We'll be happy to take you guys into our production and move forward. And let's get this thing done because we only have 24 hours. If we don't get this money in 24 hours, we're done. Actually, you know what? Victor's here. Victor, if you just want to jump on real quick and explain the situation a little better than I could, probably.
Victor coming in here.
Jason, he's with Apple, having a little bit of a hard time getting us the money we need to finish up. I explained some of the details. Mostly it's a sound issue. All I know is that my sound guy comes to me and says that he's not getting the levels that he needs. I said, what's it going to take?
We really love iTunes and Apple, and we really enjoy making this podcast. We're just having a heck of a time with this audio problem. I'm sure they informed you. We just can't shoot outside. Mm-hmm. And all we're asking for is some small funding to help us get this podcast to as many people as possible.
Right, and unfortunately, I mean, Apple, like I said before, Apple does not provide funding for podcasts.
Right.
And Vic, just to bring you back in the loop on this, I've already talked to Jason a little bit about getting some kind of the crew there that Jason's working with together out of their private, funds to be involved in this podcast, and that's where we're at right now, is seeing how many people Jason can get over there to invest in the podcast.
That would be great. I also thought of something else, Jason. What if you sent over a bunch of your people down here to help out with the shoot? Maybe they would have some ideas on working with the audio and encoding that.
Well, I mean, I don't know that anybody that I work with would be willing to do that for one thing, or have the experience necessary for something like that.
Right. Well, there's only one way to find out, right? It's just to open up the claptrap and ask.
Okay, well, I mean, I can certainly spread the word around here, but I mean,
You know what we could do, Jason? If you give us your email.
I can't give out my email address.
Get a pen and paper, walk around your cube or where you're working at right now, and go, hey, person X, do you have experience in audio? And then move on to the next fella. Do you have experience with lighting?
Listen, all you got to do is email us, and then your address will come up as in from the sender, so we'll have it there.
Okay, well, I mean, I'll consider that, but I'm certainly not guaranteeing anything.
Right. I'm saying is you can get a list of people. Let's say you work with 20 guys, right? Let's say 8 of those guys have a background in film and video. Now, 2 of them might even know how to work a boom. So
and it's not much to ask. Send a couple of your men over, preferably people with filmmaking skills, and then we can get this done. You wouldn't even have to. We could possibly get lunch for them, some craft services, but we can't promise that.
Well, if we got that 10 that I asked for originally, we wouldn't be even in this mess.
And we're happy to be a part of your iTunes family. But when we got outside, we had no clue that it was almost impossible to shoot in those conditions. You know what? Maybe, Jason, if you have some kind of disclaimer on your website saying,
yes,
put up your podcast for free, it's fine. Do not attempt to go outside. It's impossible. Then we would be, okay, let's think of a different avenue instead of spending thousands of our own dollars and trying to rig different kind of audio setups. We've had about 6 or 7 different consultants out here, taking decibel readings of the street and comparing them to our voice,
right.
And they all come up with the same thing. It's impossible to do it. You got to call Apple tech support.
I think we're really not addressing the big point here, and that is, where's the commitment?
Well, I mean, we don't have any commitment. I mean, Apple does not provide financing for podcasts.
But look at the chances people take. I mean, I don't know if you're a student of business.
I mean, we're just going in loops here.
All I'm saying is,
the only thing I can suggest at this point, if you
take
want
a chance.
lawyers
Let's ride
to contact our lawyers, you can discuss it with them. But this is not something I can commit to over the phone.
Jason,
let's make a difference. Let's do something fun.
I have an idea that is, I think, a good compromise. What if we come up with a jingle for your company, Apple.com? We'll do that. We'll send you over a bunch. We could probably do some right now if you're interested.
Well, again, I mean, this is not something that I'm in any position.
Apple, it's a great snack. Log onto the website podcast. Apple, it's a great, great snack. Log onto the website podcast. Oh.
So the grapes can grow and they can make more wine.